applause for Jake. Standing up to someone else's family is huge. It sounds like she has explained to him the issues that she had with him, which is why he was hyper vigilant of the situation, why he immediately got in the way of that happening. Him immediately jumping up as soon as he saw the brother coming in with a bowl of water, boom, done. Like that's, she has told him the hard situation it was that she had to be putting up with when she was living at home, and he wanted to ensure that he kept her safe from that. Absolute keeper. Huge props to that guy. Incredible for doing the protection that was needed, keeping her safe from that family. It sucks when you need to bail on your parents, on your siblings like that, but if it's for the overall betterment of your life, do it. Get out of there. That is so concerning. Just please get the police involved at some point for any of this. Goodness gracious. Elliot, 10 pounds, what the heck? Super chatting in respect to Kelly and Jake and also OP, actually. Oh, you said something else and then you're responding to yourself? Or did I misunderstand it? That's a lot of money to be saying that, fam. I think you could send that message with like $2. Also, you could send it for free without super chat. I don't know. I'm sorry, I wasn't reading chat while I was reading all of this. I was reading the story. Let me read it again in case I misunderstood. Super chatting in respect to Kelly and Jake and also OP actually. I misunderstood. You're saying that you respect the boyfriend, you respect the girlfriend, and you respect the sister in this story. Yeah. I think you're also saying NTA. I got you. Okay, comments. NTA. Sounds like they kicked themselves out. Oh. The chickens have come home to roost. I despise people that feel like they should be able to get away with anything because they simply brought you into the world. Like, yucky, excuse me. The responsibility on your shoulders is not just to make it the children's burden once you birth them. It's to give them the best life possible. That is a responsibility. That is not a gift to your child. Yuck. Ugh. I hate it when parents act like they have to do it begrudgingly to be a parent. Oh, you're so lucky that I'm being a parent to you. Ew. Why? Yuck. Excuse me.
Hi.
Okay, chickens come home to roost, NTA. Although the really sad thing about this is that OP's stubborn, inept mother, having finally seen the truth about her dad parenting and destructive favoritism, I mean, she's participatory in that, is probably more concerned about how she failed Mike, who is now worthless and unlovable, by everyone's low opinion of her, that she is about how she mistreated her daughter all those years. Otherwise, she'd be asking for her daughter's forgiveness. I don't know. I think she's blind to all that. NTA, if they can't stand the truth, they need to hibernate.
Dinky
I vote
Dog's
Grandpa walks her down the aisle regardless of who attends. My sister isn't changing her mind. They aren't going to the wedding no matter what. She only invited them as she thought it was the right thing to do in the first place. So Granddad will be walking her no matter what. That's really good. The harassment that your parents condone makes
If you know
sick.
Dinky Darling's series, then you probably know why Todoroki is drawn this way.
NTA, your sister clearly picked a great husband to be, though. Maybe you should join his family for future celebrations and leave those three.
Also, sorry if my fan is annoying.
We go to my husband every other year, so that might just become an every year thing. One of my father-in-law's brothers has always come to family events, even with my mother-in-law's side of things, outside of the family. They're very welcomed there, and always have a great time. Sounds like when you want to spend time with your bio family, it'll be better for that to be your sister and brother-in-law.
Do you guys have any requests of what you want me to play on YouTube? Then you guys can leave requests for that.
Your kids will benefit from additional aunts, uncles, and cousins. The truth, it turns out, hurts, or in this case, at least embarrassing enough to require crying and play acting to get the attention back onto your parents and poor old golden Mike. I hope, for your sister's sake, they don't go to her wedding. NTA, you are a good sister. They aren't going. My sister won't let them now. They've made their choice, and she's made hers. Hope your sister has a wonderful wedding. Okay, everybody in the comments is incredibly supportive.
I probably couldn't play it, watch it because YouTube's guidelines.
Okay, I'm ready to move on to the next story, y'all. I have thoughts and opinions, but all of them are going to be loud, and I'm going to be yelling them.
Hi.
Ah! Scapegoat, thank you so much for gifting in 5 memberships. Thank you. Are we saying clear? Okay, clear. Clear. You have to study, but you want to watch OT more? Go study. Get out of here. I will ban you from the chat, so you have to study. Get the heck out of here. Go away. In fact, leave. Bye. Bye. Get out of here. Focus on your schoolwork. There's a VOD saved of this. You can access it at any time. You can come back and watch this at any moment. And if you leave now, it'll save the place for you, so you don't have to, like, you have to find out where you left off. Get out of here. Oh, yeah, we're right and clear. Sorry. Okay, we're moving on. Okay. Sure, you're paying this OT. No, I did. I think I did enough, and I think reading the comments, everybody's on the same page. It's bad, it's scary, they need external interventions, and at this point, ultimately, they just need to remove themselves. I'm surprised it took them to the point of being 30s to get themselves out of that situation. Like, the sister would be like, okay, finally need to confront the parents, but yeah, it needed to be said. I'm glad it was said. I'm glad they're adults and everybody's moving on with their own lives separately.
It's 3 a.m. for me.
Okay,
It's
here
like
we go.
3:29.
AITA for how I reacted when my boyfriend told his daughter it's rude to talk
So
about her period at the dinner table. Oh my god, men and periods. Shut the up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Go away. Shut up.
If you're tired, you don't have to stay.
AITA
was
for how
nice
I
of you to stop
reacted when my
by.
boyfriend told his daughter it's rude to talk about her period at the dinner table. Bye. Okay, I need context for this. Because it depends. It does depend. It depends. But if she's just having the conversation because, like, that's, I mean, other than sitting at the TV, the hearth of the home now is the dinner table. And that's where you share everything. It's where you talk about your day. It's where you talk about your work life. It's where you talk about your friends, the struggles you're going through. That's a very normal place to be talking about stuff that just happens in your life. However, if it's extremely explicit to the point where she was trying to be gross, which is possible, I have cleaned restrooms before. I know how messy people can be on purpose when they're trying to be gross. Yucky. If it's something like that, okay, I get it. But if it's just talking about, oh my god, I have cramps, and then the husband's like, yuck, do not bring that up at my dinner table. Get out of here. So, like, let's find out the context first, and then let's all be judgy. All right, hold on. Dee Dee, thanks so much for becoming a member. It was nice hanging out with you, OT. Bedtime. Get out of here. OT, you're so supportive, and your community reflects that. Such mad respect. The community here is really nice. You're the best. I love all the people here. Oh my god, I'm dropping the L word. Oh,
have
no, I need to
time?
be stopped.
No. I live in America.
I, 41F, have a son, 13F, from a previous marriage. My boyfriend, 39M, has 2 daughters, 17F and 14F, from a previous marriage. So wait, they're his kids? Hold on. I, 41F, have a son, 13F, from a previous marriage. My boyfriend, 39M, has 2 daughters, from a previous marriage. We were all having dinner together. His older daughter mentioned that her face is breaking out because she's on her period. Oh my god, it's literally just, I have cramps. That's it. It's just, I have cramps, and he was like, that's too much information. How did you raise 2 daughters to this point in life? Are you kidding me? His older daughter mentioned her face is breaking out because she's on her period. My boyfriend told her it's rude to talk about her period at the dinner table, and that now my son has probably lost his appetite. What the fudge? My son said it's fine, and that he said she's pretty despite the breakouts. I told my boyfriend that in our family we're okay with period talk. Later that night, my boyfriend said I made him look like a fool in front of his daughters. He said that if this is going to work, we can't undermine each other in front of our respective kids. AITA. I think there's a time and a place to have the conversation about not being undermined in front of kids, and that's when you're performing disciplinary actions. But that's only when they're justified. because you don't want to be giving the kids the impression that one parent is the cool parent and one parent is a restrictive parent, unnecessarily restrictive either. I get it. There's a time and a place for this. You were being unreasonable. You were called out for being unreasonable. You said, hold on, we need to make sure the son's okay. They made sure the son is okay. You immediately could have taken that on board and been like, okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure because, you know, they are a new addition to our family and we want to make sure he's okay with it. That, while still being a weird thing to do, could have been a better way to take this. Could have been a better way to approach this situation. Buddy, you goofed up. You did this. NTA. All right, let's see. Graphic descriptions at the table. No, thank you. Literally just mentioning and acknowledging the existence of periods. Who cares?
I have an Instagram, but I don't really post there that often. I post regularly on TikTok, though.
Also, if you're going to make it worse, he needs to realize all 3 children will be both of your children.
My name is basically the same.
Don't agree more. It's not like the girl went into detail. This just shows that OP is doing a good job making sure that her son is understanding.
My dress.
Wait, let me show you. This is my TikTok. That's my name. I don't know if you can see it. It's spelled like that. It's basically the same. Also, sorry for the dog fur. I have a dog. These are all my TikToks, which are basically speed drawings of mostly stuff that I post on YouTube.
And knowledgeable about women's bodies, which is more than her boyfriend's parents did. Even more, her son is also a gentleman. What a beautiful statement about how pretty she is, even with pimples. Yeah, he's like 14. He's already behaving like this. Oh, wait, 13? 13M. He's 13 years old. And he's like, no, it's chill. Oh my God. How many 13-year-olds have you met that are that well adjusted? There are full-on adults that aren't that well adjusted. She's doing a good job raising that kid. God, okay, break up with him, I'm sorry. Oh God, you know what? Break up, we're done. I gotta stretch my back, sorry. Break up,
okay.
You're done. Relationship's cooked. There's no saving this one. Break up. All of you fundraised a new chair on my throne, which was
I'll
really
post
sweet.
a speed drawing of it on,
And it's got this,
here too.
it's got this support from my lower back. It's like lumbar support or something, and it's really nice. It's like this cushion area that pushes out into my
I
lower
think
back.
all
make
of my
sure,
TikTok
make sure that you want to do
videos
long streams and stuff that I
on
don't get so
YouTube,
bad.
so
And thank you very much. Thank you everybody who did that. It's really sweet, and I love it every day. But sometimes my back still gets sore because I have a bad back. Okay, oh, just had to crack it a little bit. All right, break up with him. Not gonna NTA. He just got outmanned by a 13-year-old boy. That's why he's embarrassed. Good job raising your son. He sounds like a lovely young man. I feel for those 2 girls having such a massive baby for a father. Thank you for complimenting my son. That's a little pointed. Not addressing the other portions of that statement. Just thank you for complimenting my son. Yeah, that's a very measured response.
I'm on and
NTA
off
made
of
himself look like a
YouTube.
fool. If you're absolutely right. If this is
I
going to
started
work, you need to
posting
let
more
your
on
daughters talk
YouTube
about
when
natural
the
things and
whole
not act
TikTok
like they're
scare
taboo.
was a thing where everyone was just like,
She mentioned her period in
if
passing.
TikTok's
She
getting
wasn't graphic
canceled
about the detail.
in
This
America,
man's so afraid of
then we'll
mentioning
move
the
into
word
YouTube.
period.
So
He is
that's
the problem.
why all of my stuff was really
NTA and
posted to
boyfriend
YouTube
songs.
really fast.
Wait, he's also 40. Oh, he's 39. She's 41. My God, how much women mature in 2 years before men? Jesus, 39. He's almost an old man. Kind of is old, actually. So he wasn't comfortable and used your son as the excuse. You can both be on the same page. Yeah, I mean, no one needed to get this impression either. Just making sure the kid's comfortable would have been fine. But then going on and being all super defensive about it and not immediately addressing and being like, okay, sure, that's my bad for being overly cautious. My bad. I apologize, my children and your child, for being a little bit, for jumping the gun there, but I wanted to make sure we didn't go too far into the conversation.
Mainly all of my videos are like years or months in between.
But like, goddamn.
Because I'm not really like an avid
he's
poster.
39 too. Oh yeah, right. I'm 45. I am 45 years old. So I've passed this age of immaturity that this guy's going through. Sorry, we're all 45 here.
Checkers and Rally's $4 unbeatable meal deal changes everything. Your choice of sandwich plus fries, drink, and an apple pie. Just $4. It's too much.
God dang. NTA, periods are a completely normal and not inappropriate thing to talk about casually. Now she's describing, yeah. Yucky! I don't know how in detail I can get on YouTube. Anyways, NTA. Clear! Oh, it's a funny title. It's a funny title. I love this. It has the
No idea
words
when I
soap
started. I think
based
I started,
arms
like,
race in it.
2000,
I love that alliteration. Soap based arms race. Oh.
not 15, I think 16 or
Are you ready?
something.
Holy cow, you're old.
But I didn't really
So
post
sad.
anything much. Mainly like speed drawings of characters
Don't you
that
dare
are
take
like
my
long
30s from
dead
me. Oh,
in a comic
I'm
book series
45. You're making me
that is long
older
dead.
now. Oh no. Everybody's 45. Okay. All right. Here we go. Clear. Scapegoat. Thank you so much for becoming a roommate. Thank you.
Also, I don't think I have that many
Rhyme
subscribers.
alliteration. Soap based. I thought OT was 28. Don't tell people that. I'm 45. All right, here we go. AITA for not respecting fancy soap
231
policy in our
subscribers.
bathroom
So I don't
and
have that much
accidentally
many
starting a
subscribers. These are all
soap-based
of my
arms
YouTube
race.
videos.
That's such a fun title. Hold up, OT is 45. I've seen 20-year-olds look older than him by a lot. I am 45. All right, story time. Here we go. OT is obviously 45 years old. Can't you tell? Thank you. Exactly. I was born. Okay. 2025. 1980. I was born in. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh good lord. Oh my goodness. Which is very true. That was obviously when I was born. That's It's 2025. I could have just minus the 10s and then minus the 5 and we would have been there. I could have minus the 5 first and then minus the 10s. I mean, no, I could have remembered back to seeing my birth certificate, which has the date on it. Oh my god, the 80s. Ooh, okay, here we go. AITA for not respecting fancy soap policy in our bathroom and accidentally starting a soap-based arms race. So, my wife, 30F, bought this absurdly expensive soap from some little shop. It came in a tiny frosted glass bottle, wrapped in twine, with ridiculous
One Topic.
branding.
His
like
name's One
hints of
Topic.
pine, regret,
He's really
and
funny.
artisanal disappointment, or something like that. She placed it on the bathroom counter and told me, "This is for guests." We don't have guests, ever. Okay, maybe like once every 2 months. That's
This
pretty
is what his channel icon looks
I
like.
told her that, but apparently the idea of a guest potentially seeing that we use commoner soap is too horrifying for her to bear. So the fancy soap was enshrined like the Mona Lisa.
He's really funny.
Fast forward, I run out of my regular cheapo soap, which came in a cracked plastic bottle with a pump.
I
that
found him
breathes
when I
like a
was
dying
coming
guinea
out,
pig. So in a
and,
moment of desperation and dirty
like before I
hands,
started
I dared
transitioning
to
socially,
touch the Holy Grail.
and
Was
I found him
halfway
through
through
Jamie
using a
Dodger.
single
I
pump
thought he was
of
just
the
so funny,
fancy
so I was
soap.
just like, I
And
want
she
to watch
walked
him.
in and looked at me as if I was defiling the sacred artifact or microwaving the Fabergé egg. She said I was wasting it and that it's not for everyday hands. I was mad. Then I did the unthinkable. I went out and bought my own fancy soap. $30. Grapefruit and cedar. Smells like if a lumberjack went to therapy. Lumberjack therapy? That's so good. I put it proudly on my side of the sink. I declared that this is my new soap, and only if I have the right to use it. Suddenly, it's Cold War, Soup Edition, Soap Edition. That evening, I saw over her shoulder she was searching more soap bottles on Etsy, like she wanted revenge. At this point, I now want to invite some guests over to make sure they use my fancy soap and not her fancy soap. Haha! Now she's mad I'm mocking her and says I'm turning cleanliness into a competition. I told her she started the soap caste system. I refuse to be born into the lower class. She hasn't spoken to me in 2 days, but I smell amazing. Tell me, AITA.
I'm not funny.
Here's the thing, my friends. If anybody wants to apply the veneer to their life that they are actually of the upper class.
Built for freedom and the road ahead. It's not just a vehicle, it's your vehicle from Spitzer.
During our Red, White, and Built for You sales event, drive.
They would have the popular, expensive
Also, my
soap,
iPad
the
is
really
glitching
good
out.
smelling soap,
Also,
the
hi, there's 5
artisanal
people
soap,
here.
already cracked open before their guests got there. It would already look like it had used at least a pump or two. Because you don't want your guests
This is
thinking
what I'm
that this is the thing you only take out to show other people. That's what
That's what
poor
it's
people
supposed to
do.
look like.
Your husband was saving you some potentially embarrassing moments in the future. He should use the guest soap at least a couple times, a little bit, so that way it's not clearly the guest soap. It's just your regular fancy soap, because we live like this. If he also wants to get his own fancy soap, if he wants to turn cleanliness into a competition, thank God. This reads like a house that definitely has a bidet, and I gotta tell you, get a bidet! If I can please partner with a company that makes bidet. If I can please partner with a company that makes bidets, I will be so happy. I would be so happy. God, what's that quote from? If I could... It's an old South Park episode. If I could, and then they named some ridiculous scenario, I would be so happy. I don't remember what it was. And I saw you in chat. Do you remember? And love South Park. This isn't a scene. It's a soap-based arms... This ain't a scene! It's a soap-based arms race! Is that why it stood out of my brain? $5 to send that message. You're ridiculous. Thank you. Hold on. Where's the other... There it is. Okay. Don't worry, OT. I gave the wrong birthday for myself to the doctor today.
This is a VOD on YouTube.
The doctor's gonna cut you open and see the rings. Wait, it was the Tourette's episode. That's right. If I could say you to the principal, I would be so happy. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you, Anne. If I could swear at our teacher at any time, I would be. If I could swear at our teacher at any time, I would be so happy. Thank you. Yeah, Craig. How do all of you know this? That's incredible. That's better memory. That's better member berries than I have. Telly Langley, thank you so much for paying rent. Thank you. Langley. Oh, like the place. That's cool. Knowing how some men are about soap and washing, use the soap. I will be happy if you use the soap. Yeah, and if it's just like, oh, we ran out of regular soap, okay, we'll get more regular soap. But in a pinch, do you want him walking around with dirty, disgusting, filthy hands? The hands of a peasant? The neighbors will talk. Okay. Let's see the comments. Oh yeah, vote in chat. NTA or YTA? It's always heartwarming to see two psychopaths find each other and fall in love. Godspeed to both of you. Two clean psychopaths? Yeah, exactly. I love that they're both equally petty and on the same page with each other. And it's written artistically, so I don't think they're actually fighting. That's fun. Please, OP, put your soap in a clear box with a small lock. Bonus points for fancy ribbons or dressing around the box. Wear the key on a ring or a long chain around your neck. I'm sorry, but locking up your soap is what poor people do. That's what they do at Walmart for the poors. If you're really gonna look like you're luxurious, have it on display, because it's known you don't touch displays. It'd be so uncouth to touch a display. That's for the lower class. OT, you should return to r/actual lesbians. It's my favorite subreddit. What if I had a video that I was working on next that was that? What if I had that cooking? What if I had that coming up next? Ooh. What if I also am actually... I'm gonna wait for this. What if I also got a sponsorship for that video? What if, for the first time in about 5 years, I actually had a paid advertisement on the video? Oh my god. And it's for something ridiculous, and I think it's going to get the video demonetized, but what if I got paid for it? Oh, jeez. Okay. Real talk, I would buy expensive soap labeled as hints of pine, regret, and artisanal disappointment in a second. I'd leave a calligraphy note on absurdly expensive linen paper saying, please wash away your filth with my bougie aspirations. You are most welcome to my thoughtful generosity. Okay. Can I say I hope you and your wife have many, many more issues you want to write about? This is so hilariously well written. I'm in tears, literally. Thanks for giving me a laugh. NTA, I love it. First AITA I've read in a long time that actually may be true. It was too funny to be fake. Yeah. My parents started a war about who got to open the peanut butter first. No idea how it's... Oh my god! Oh my god! I hate it when the wrong peanut butter opener opens the peanut butter first before I get to open the peanut butter. Oh my god! When they don't mix it. When they mix it wrong? Ugh. Ugh. Disgusting. Ugh. Did I mute the music again? I did. There we go. My parents started who would get to open the peanut butter first. No idea how it started, but it became a whole thing. Who would get to open the peanut butter first? Oh, also, if someone like carves off the entire top layer so I don't get to see where the layer started, I am so unreasonably upset. Like, at most, I will let people despoil half of it, okay? But not all of it. The people that just carve off the top, heathens! Monstrous! I hate that! AOT, can we have the background music back, please? Yeah, it's on. It's on. Get to open the peanut butter jar first and put their initial in the top. Okay, that's cute. There were even times that my parents insisted on going shopping together, knowing that there was peanut butter on the shopping list, and them racing each other to the aisle and opening the jar to get to put their initial on it first. It was all harmless fun, and they had a brilliant relationship. I could totally see them having soap wars. That's cute. Way back when Netflix came in the mail. That was like 2005, 2006. It was still coming in the mail. Oh my god. Does anybody else's bones just turn to dust just now? OT, what kind of sunglasses do you have? Did you know that the sunglasses are linked in the description of this stream and every video on my channel? Because I have been working with this company, this Canadian sunglasses company, since I started making videos. Did you know that? If you scroll down to the description, not only will you find the name of the video of the glasses that I have, but you also see that there's a discount if you use my channel name, One Topic, for the promotional discount. It'll actually automatically link the promotion to you if you select that link. Done. Boom. Get my sunglasses. I'm kidding. You do want me. Back when Blockbuster existed, I'm still mad that I paid off my debt to Blockbuster a week before they closed. I had rented some movies, my friends borrowed them, my friends lost them, and I had to pay the replacement fee, which is like $40, $50. I'm so mad. I paid the replacement fee, and then they shut down a week later. I'm annoyed. Alright. Everybody write clear! Clearly NTA. NTA. Everybody write clear! 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 Next one's good. Next one is good. Pepsi clear? Okay, not quite that clear. Next one is good. OT, I just want to let you know you were actually born a baby. Time is relative. AOT, what's the name of the band you typically use for your background music? That's Low. That is also mentioned in the description. Hello. All right, clear. Whoop. Cousin offered to photograph our wedding as a gift. Now he's billing us. AITA for refusing to pay. Oh my God. Oh my God. For your wedding gift, I will photograph your wedding. And then immediately after that being like, yeah, you're gonna pay me though. You owe me money for those pictures. For your wedding gift, you owe me money. Throw the whole cousin away. Sorry, fam. They're trying to take advantage of you for being family. NTA. Alright, here we go. Got married recently. My cousin is a professional wedding photographer and said, as my gift to you too, I would be happy to take the photos at your wedding. We told him we didn't want him to feel obligated to do that or to have him feel burdened with work during the celebratory weekend. He said he was happy to do it. We repeatedly expressed how grateful we were and made sure to tag his business in all our posts. We figured that was that. Now, it's a few months later, and he's received our thank you note for attending and photographing. He called to say he was sorry for any miscommunication, but the gift was the taking the time to put us on his busy wedding photography schedule. I knew it. I'll write off my time, but you still have to
Why
pay
would
me
you
for the
phrase it
product.
the way that you
Oh
phrased
my
it?
God. Oh my God. Taking the time to put us on his busy wedding photography schedule, but we were still expected to pay $3,000. Not to sound ungrateful, but it was only him with a camera, no extra equipment or staff members. Less than that, we could have gone with our original choice of wedding photographer who offered more people present at the wedding and a more advanced photography setup. We told him because he'd said it was his gift to us that we did not set aside a large photo budget. And now we don't have $3,000 to give him. He's basically said we're greedy buttholes and don't respect his work and this and that. I feel badly about the misunderstanding, but I think it was an honest mistake on our parts and that he bears some responsibility for the expectation being unclear. My parents think I should just drop it and pay him in installments to keep the peace. They seem to believe that I'm making this more than it needs to be. I want to stand my ground, but AITAH. Oh. So either he manipulatively forced them into the situation or he had some unexpected bills and realized, aha, here's some people I can squeeze for money. Yuck. Either way, very gross. Oh, silly bean. My time was for free, not the photos. Okay, but here to provide you photos. No, that's not a thing. 3K is a real pro with an assistant in a photo booth. Yeah. 3K probably USD as well. So over here that'd be $4,200 roughly. Who has 3K lying around? So what I'm thinking, he probably pitched an incredibly high number so that they'd like resolve to pay him somewhere in the middle, and he still gets to keep the high ground and act like he's so generous for doing it for them for such a steep discount. Give me $3,000? No, we can only afford $1,200. Aha! That's what I heard you were going to pay the other photographer. I'll take that. And I'll write off the rest as my gift to you. Ew. Okay, here we go. OT, you should look at. Ooh. Hold on, I'm gonna write that down. r/. Okay. Yep. I got you, fam. I got you. I'm gonna write that down though, so I don't forget. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Here we go. He robbed you of your chance to budget and choose a better option. NTA. If you have the photos, you don't need to pay him. Boom, done. 2 questions for OP. Did you pay for the photos yet? Wait, no. Do you have the photos yet? What was your budget for the other photography package? I do agree with the person that asked for the itemized bill. Exactly. Yes, I have the photos. $3,000 was already the high end of what we budgeted for the photos. The other firm we were considering had packages ranging from $1,500 to $5,000. We hadn't settled on a package yet. I think it's ridiculous that he would ask for $3K when he was a lone photographer and his only equipment was one camera. I have a lot of friends in the wedding photography industry, and this does not add up. Even if the There are still people on Twitch right now writing in the Twitch chat. Look at this. OT, you should read the gaycation story. It's been a life-changing story. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. NTA, what kind of professional does all that with zero contract? I'd also let him know that all those glowing reviews you gave will be reversed. Not reversed, but updated for accuracy. There we go. Leave any great details that are true, but don't omit the bad ones. Only one photographer was present, overpriced in comparison to what others offer, etc. Yeah, my review would be, he's my cousin, he said it was a gift, he charged me $3,000, pics are okay, I guess. There you go. Alright, there we go. It wasn't an honest mistake on your part. He literally said it was a gift and you signed nothing. That's the important part. If this was supposed to be a business transaction the entire time, as a professional photographer, he would have had you sign a contract. I would never bear... I have never heard of any business involved in weddings, including florists, caterers, etc., where there wasn't a contract and or some type of payment up front. If your parents feel that strongly, they can give him $3,000. It is completely unreasonable that they and he think that you should give him anything. Show your parents the responses to this. Absolutely. What are all y'all talking about? The gaycation story is amazing. Twitch chat, let's go. Pics are okay, I guess. What are all of you doing on Twitch? You know what? Everybody in YouTube chat right now, go to Twitch and start spamming the chat. It's linked at the top. It's linked at the top. Go spam that chat. Spam it! Spam it! Hold on. AOT, every time I try the Discord, it says it cannot open the page because the address is invalid. It's not available in Europe or Ireland. I really want to join it, but I can't. What do I do? Have you tried the link that's on a subreddit as well? Because if it's the link itself that's broken, that's a little odd. Gaycation? Somebody needs to link the gaycation in my subreddit so that way I can see it. Oh, there all of you are in Twitch. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my god. Trans rights are human rights? Hell yeah. Oh yeah, we got follower emotes over there too, so that way... Wait, it says you're not online? Oh, I'm not online on Twitch. I'm offline on Twitch. These are all people that are ridiculous. Being very silly right now. Just typing away in an offline chat. I mean, I'm technically going to be on Twitch after this because I want to watch some videos with all of you. I've been saving up some spicy ones that we can commentate on. Oh god, what's happening? Aw, look at Sansu. Wait. The printer didn't go off? Hold on a second. Hold on, I'm opening the bot to check what went wrong. Hold on. It says that you're offline. Yeah, I'm offline on Twitch. I'm online here. I can't stream on both at the same time right now. Sansu, the printer wasn't working, but I fixed it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have a, for those who don't know, I have a printer with a camera here. I have a printer set up that when people subscribe, it prints out a receipt of the subscription. So that way, I can actually see your profile picture, how long you've subbed for and stuff. It's only connected to Twitch right now. I don't know if I can connect it to YouTube. I'll have to do some investigation. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, NTA, if he explicitly said it was a gift and never mentioned payment, it's unfair to backpedal. Exactly. Plus, putting them on a schedule at the wedding he was attending. Yeah. After offering it as a gift, he should have told you the costs that he expected you to pay. NTA is completely unprofessional for him to bill you costs. Absolutely. If you get an itemized bill and then fight him on it. That's ridiculous. All right, clear. Everybody write clear. Next story. Clear. Our next one is from Canada. Oh my goodness. A Canadian story. Let's go. Let's go. Clear. Okay. AITAH for telling my friend her son's name isn't French. I'm French. My wife and I live in Canada now. My close friend, Emma, is Canadian and has always been fascinated by anything French. My accent, culture, even my name. To be fair, we're a bilingual country, so I mean, it's also their language too. It might not be their first language, but we're all taught French, so you know, it's cool to be fascinated with the country, the culture of your own country too. I'm just gonna say that. Emma recently had a baby boy. Months after he was born, she told me she picked a French name for him and couldn't wait for me to hear it. Later, her husband privately told me the name, and I mentioned that it wasn't actually French. I also noted that the middle name had a spelling never used in France. Oh, it's not Quebecois French, it's France French. That makes sense. When the baby was born, she proudly announced the name. There, see? The printer just went off. Someone subbed on Twitch. There we go. Later, her husband told me in private, spelling never used in French. He said they've been arguing about it, and she wouldn't listen. When the baby was born, she proudly announced the name, saying it was inspired by me and my heritage. The name and spelling were printed on a big sign. Her husband told her to stop calling it French, and I backed him up. I told her the first name was actually Italian, and the middle name had an Americanized spelling. She got really upset, insisting it was all French and that French and Italian names are basically the same. She accused me of ruining the moment and said that I was rude for correcting her. She's now mad at me and her husband, and people are calling me a jerk for saying the name isn't French. AITAH. Hey, I respect your culture so much I'm going to participate in it. How dare you tell me that I didn't participate in your culture correctly? You are not the police of this. You should have been polite to me and said that anything I say goes. Oh my god, we have some absolute nerds in Canada. Not in the good way either. This is peanut brain take. My goodness. NTA, not the whole. She's mad at me and her husband. Oh my goodness. We gotta know the name now. Giovanni. I've had cannolis that were more French than that name. The name is Giovanni. Giovanni. OT, good night. Canada is a lie, and so is any country in a GMT time zone. Get out of here. Oh my god. Anyways, the name's Giovanni. That's blatantly not French. Okay. Wow. She just called France and Italy basically the same, but wonders why people don't agree with her. She insulted two countries at once. Also, someone French for their opinion and expecting anything other than brutal honesty is a very French-obsessed Canadian person move. That's interesting. How is it being a jerk? Wait a minute.
I got sick of guys climbing my hair, so I switched to a short look. I also switched to Samson.
Expecting anything other than brutal honesty. That's interesting. I don't know. I think Canadians value honesty. But yeah, there's a bunch of turds out there. My country's not exempt from having turds in it. How is it being a jerk to tell the truth? Some people just don't want to hear it. I mean, that's... okay. Your story reminds me of a neighbor, F42, who genuinely seems to think China and Japan are the same country. For example, we'd be talking about what to eat, and she'd say she loves Japanese food at this place called Imperial, which is actually a Chinese restaurant. She'd go on about how the great lo mein and sesame chicken are. When I pointed out that these are Chinese dishes and that the restaurant serves Chinese food, she'd agree, then go right back to talking about China and Japan like they're interchangeable. There's also a younger neighbor, F20s, who's actually from Japan, and even though she's older, she's told the older woman several times that she's Japanese. The woman still says, yeah, anyway, you're from China. It's frustrating when people... hold on. It's frustrating when people ignore basic facts and expect you to go along with it. Given the substantial French population in Canada, you can pretty well guarantee that OP and the husband won't be the only ones telling the mother and the baby no, the name isn't French, no matter how much she wants to delude herself, definitely NTA. Yeah, I mean, I'm not French-Canadian, I'm Canadian who knows French, and yeah, definitely, that's ignorant to the nth degree. I'm French-Canadian, this will 100% be true if they visit Quebec. Oh, I mean, also Quebec, goodness gracious. Yeah, Quebecers are, y'all ever met someone who's Quebecois? Let's say a good French name. Funny part, Montreal has an Italian restaurant called Da Giovanni. I wonder if that's why she named it that. I've been to Quebec once, and I've been to Quebec once, and I saw that restaurant. It's a French restaurant. Giovanni. That's how I know. Clear! NTA, clear! We're doing next story. Next. Awful. There's now a few subreddit posts, the gaycation story now.
Oh, hi.
Hold on.
Welcome back, I
Let's
guess.
go to my subreddit. Vacation story link. There's the direct link. Someone's getting their kid to watch me on... I'm on their TV? Hi! I'm on TV! Are you kidding me? Oh, what the fudge? AOT and gender memes. Let's go. Your gay self-battle. Oh, look at all the gay memes that are being added to chat. I mean, into the subreddit too. Hell yeah.
Making sure he was good.
Hell yeah.
I'm sleeping.
Love that. Y'all are so sweet.
My brother gave me the chicken on my dog.
Aww. I'm gonna save it. Let me check. Let's repost. Original was posted over here. Original. Oh, it's a long one. That in itself might be a good stream. Maybe tomorrow. Would all of you want me to go live tomorrow? I can probably do it tomorrow. We've got quite a number of different ones to get through right now. Aww. I saw this post. Oh god dang it, get off the printer. Hold on, I'm reading subreddit. Oh god, that's a tattoo. Jesus.
What movie are you
There was
watching?
one that was linked over that was really sweet. It was from... Yeah, it's from r/Tra. There it is. It's really sweet. Also, don't accidentally open up r/bad tattoos. That's a bad move. r/bad tattoos has there's some gruesome stuff. Why not just go live every day? Well, I have to work on the videos and stuff too. Plus, if I go live every day, y'all will get tired of me. You will not attend the streams anymore if I go live every day. You will not. Don't even lie to me. Oh, this is a long one, it looks like. Okay. Go live tomorrow. Vacation, please. Okay, I'll do that tomorrow. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, hold on. I have to double check the time tomorrow. I might have time. Shut up. Is Poison here? Shut up. Where? Hold on. Scrolling up. No way. Did Poison drop by? I don't see Poison in chat. Where is she? Shut up. Is she here? Poison, are you here? Make yourself known. Actually, just DM me. I think it'd be kind of fun to do it with Poison sometime to read through some of these. I don't see Poison here. Y'all are hallucinating. There's no Dip Poison in chat. Anyways, next story. Next story. Okay. Okay, some people are adding some weird stuff to chat now. I'm not going to re-chat. Okay. All right. AITAH for not letting my husband relight my daughter's birthday candles for my 3-year-old to blow out. Oh my my goodness. It is important to show boundaries to kids when they're young. It's important. Oh, you're referencing a collab I did with her, not with her actually being in chat. Hold on a second. I'm gonna start a DM with her. I think she'd get a kick out of that. Hey yo, Poison. People in chat are talking about you. They organically brought up our collab together and think you are cool. Drop by the YouTube chat right now if you think I'm faking. we'll see if Legendary Poison drops by. Yeah, I might have time to stream tomorrow. I might be able to do that. Yeah, keep an eye out. If you're looking forward to it, keep an eye out. I might be able to do it tomorrow. All right, here we go. AITAH for not letting my husband relight my daughter's birthday candles for my 3-year-old to blow out. Oh, you're robbing a child of joy. No, you're giving them boundaries so that they recognize that sometimes celebrations aren't all about you. That's like trying to give a kid like a congratulatory or participatory birthday present. Get out of here. Get out of here. Trying to summon friends? Absolutely. All right. I, 32F, have seen and read plenty of stories where spoiled kids have blown out other kids' candles or thrown a fit when they're not allowed to. My husband, 35M, apparently has not. Friday was my daughter's 10th birthday, the day I will make them the food of their choice and a small cake. The party is usually at a later date. After we ate, we got her cake ready, and my 3-year-old was very excited. I had explained to him all throughout the day that it was his sister's birthday, not his, so he had to wait for the cake. We lit the candles, sang the birthday song, she blew out the candles. This might be where I was the a-hole. My husband grabbed the lighter and tried to relight them so the baby could blow them out too. I said, no, it's daughter's birthday, and I refuse to allow my son to be one of those spoiled kids that can't understand it's not their day. His face fell immediately. He said he was just trying to help and keep the baby happy. We dropped it there. Okay. I mean, a weird way to address it, but a weird thing to bring up right then too. He was kind of quiet the rest of the night. I didn't mean to come off harsh. I just didn't want my daughter to feel like she had to share her day or that it wasn't all about her. Update. I have had to sit down with my husband. Okay, before the update, what do we think? Go ahead and vote. Go ahead and vote. What are we doing? The A or not the A? That is the question. Let's see. Mother, if you do not let me blow out the candles. Oh, goodness. People are swearing in chat today. That's very unlike all of you, Chad. Come on now. NTA? I think it was a little bit harsh the way it was addressed, but I think NTA very much. Absolutely. Whoop, here we go. He was kind of quiet the rest of the night. I didn't mean to come off harsh. I just didn't want my daughter to feel like she had to share her day and that it wasn't all about her. Absolutely. And, god dang it, like different family dynamics, but you should absolutely discuss this beforehand. It shouldn't just be a surprise. Hope he's trying to raise a decent kid. Husband was just trying to raise a spoiled brat. I mean, the husband was trying to let a 3-year-old have fun. A 3-year-old is kind of old enough to understand boundaries. Yeah. Like if it was an actual baby, why not have a candle on a cupcake? You know, like it's okay to involve them in fun, but it's all right to also put boundaries around something and say, this isn't your fun. You have to be happy that somebody else is enjoying their fun. It's an overall end to you. Like, I'm only commenting this on like outside perspective because I'm not a parent. I don't have kids. I don't know how to raise a kid. So don't come to me for information. All I'm saying. Should have talked about it beforehand. Update. I've had to sit down with my husband, and we have come to an understanding. Before I get into that, I wanted to address some things. I received a lot of comments about 3 not being a baby.
As professional car builders, eBay has everything we need to bring our vision to life.
We're always looking to take our car build.
We are aware. Do not call him a baby. My 3-year-old will correct anybody that calls him outside of his actual or nickname. It was for the post purpose, so I will not use his name. That's fine. Second, my 10-year-old daughter doesn't have issues being kind and sharing. I didn't ask her because she's the kind of kid that will say yes to make you happy even if that's not what she wants. I was able to tell on her face she was happy. I said no for her. Thirdly, the toddler didn't ask to blow out the candles or show any interest in the candles. We'll take a brief moment there. I was able to tell on her face that she was happy, and also being the kid that always says yes even if it's not the thing that you want. Do I have any middle children in chat? Do I have any kids that had siblings up and down, older and younger? Do I have any forgotten children in the middle that had to share absolutely everything, and there was such rarity to any individualized celebration that you'd hold on to that like nothing else? Because it was a pretty rare moment when you'd actually be able to be celebrated as an individual instead of an extension of the younger and or older. Like, oh, you want to... Yeah, there's a lot of middle children here, I see. Chat is lighting up. Yeah. Doesn't that suck? And it's like, oh, cool, so we don't get anything. You know, not only are our clothes never ours, not only are our toys never ours, they're always with the expectation that you will share and or you will move on without them and they'll go on to another sibling. But also, oh, just share, you know, it could be their day too. Oh, that could be so cute, we could make it their day too. And it's like, okay, but like, I'm also here. Hello, it'd be great. You're the middle of 13? Jesus, you have too many siblings. You might be Jesus among your siblings. Jesus had too many. Thirdly, the toddler didn't ask to blow out the candles or show any interest in the candles. His sole focus was the cake. He didn't cry, get mad, or throw a fit. He was happy with a slice of cake. Lastly, my husband is not misogynistic. He doesn't usually play favorites. He encourages all our kids to be the best they can be. He tells the girls they can be anything they want, and being a girl will not stop them. His thing with the 3-year-old is he's our last, so he's trying to be as involved as he can. Oh, and as stated above, this wasn't a party, it was our intimate celebration before the party in 2 weeks. Now on to the wait, it wasn't our party. Oh, it wasn't a party, it was our intimate celebration. Did you mention that? Our 10th birthday. Day of, I'll make them food their choice, small cake. The party is usually at a later date. Oh, I see. So this is like the family get together before they have like kids and stuff. Okay. All right. Dang. Some kids really be growing up with 2 birthday parties? In this economy? Oh, okay. Apparently my parents were more frugal. 2 birthdays? Goodness. Now, on to the update. We had a conversation about that night. I apologized for my tone and referring to the kids as mine. I told him my intent was not to come off so harshly. I just didn't want that you can say they're your kids. That's fine. They are your kids. That doesn't exclude them from being both of your kids. You can say my kids. I don't want my kids. Yeah, that's fine. I didn't read that as coming off as saying they weren't his. There's some instances where I do feel like comes off where they're like, my kids will never behave like that. And it's like, oh, okay, but they are both our kids with both parents. But this didn't feel like one of those instances. I didn't want my daughter to feel like we were taking her moment. Yes. He apologized for attempting to relight the candles, especially while they were still on the cake. He wasn't really thinking of the grand scheme. He just thought the son would like to have a turn. He did realize he was thinking about how he wasn't thinking about how the daughter would feel, and that's why he got kind of quiet. Oh, sorry. He did realize he was thinking about how the daughter would feel, and that's why he got kind of quiet. He stayed thinking on the daughter after that fact. He had a conversation with the daughter, letting her know she's important, and he didn't mean to take away her moment. Oh my God, what healthy parents and the problems they have. This is incredible. So all is well in this household. Thank you for all your opinions on the matter. Oh my goodness. NTA, my mom made me wait until I was 12 to have my ears pierced. She had various vague reasons why. All of my friends had them pierced years earlier and wore cute earrings. For several years, I really looked forward to having mine done. On the day of that big birthday, I got called down to the school office. My mom was picking me up to take me to have my ears pierced. I had hyped it up in my mind for weeks beforehand. My mom had my younger sister 8 in tow. I didn't think much of it because it was later in the day and she never let my, oh God, I can already see where this is going. She never let my sister come to an empty house. Once we got to the place where the piercing would be done, I found out she had made the appointment for both of us. Totally ruined my birthday. Why did I have to wait until I was 12, but she could have them just whenever? Why did I have my ears, why did I get my ears pierced as a birthday present when she got them pierced just because? I might have forgiven, but that's the kind of thing you don't forget. It also made me dislike my sister for quite some time. Although now that I'm adult, I recognize that wasn't her fault at all. Good on you for not spoiling your baby. My God. Especially if you're limiting the ways you can participate in fun events and fun activities with your friends. It's not really isolating them from the friend group, but it's like all of your friends are doing a thing. You would love to be able to do the thing, but your parents said you're not allowed. So they're doing it in front of you, trying on new things, cute, constantly getting compliments, and you're sitting there like, oh, dang, it sure would be great if one day I could do that. And then finally, the thing you're finally allowed to do, you get to do it, but then it's not your moment. It's not your special thing. It's just like whatever. And it's your birthday present? This is such a middle child post. Oh my God. Ooh. Pretty much the exact same piercing experience. The joy of finally getting what I had wanted for so long until I realized my mom was helping my sister climb into the chair. My daughters are right at 2 years apart. I made good, and sure, my oldest got her moments like that solo. The younger one tried kicking up a fuss the first couple of times, and my mom even tried butting in. I threw my ear piercing story and a couple of similar incidents back at her and told her how that had made me feel in the moment. She was quiet for a minute and said, what I did to you was wrong, and I'm sorry.
Together or apart, Pet Libro keeps your lives in sync. Because what's best for you is what's best for them, is what's best for everyone. Pet Libro, designed better for your lives together.
What feels better, clean or a manicure? We won't tell your nail tech.
What? Y'all's parents ever apologize for something instead of just saying that's not what happened or that's not how it happened? Holy Christmas! Oh my Lord! Or you deserved it? Oh my God! Oh, that tells me that it wasn't malicious. Just trying to keep the kids involved. Oh my God. Anyways. IoT, thank you for being here today. After a rough day, I feel pretty bad, down, but you and the community made me feel so much better. Thanks for all you're doing. Tanya, thank you so much for the... God dang, 10 euros? What the heck? It's expensive. I wouldn't spend that on a message and just say stuff in chat. A parent apologizing? I know, right? Bro, I missed you. We're live, OT. Hi, I'm here. You didn't miss me. I'm still here. Technically, I do want to bring everybody to Twitch, though, so I can do some stuff up there, too. And also, close your tabs, OT? No! 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 Never! Anyways. Both my girls got their milestones as solo experiences, and they're now in their 30s and have been super close all their lives, unlike my sister. I do appreciate this perspective of trying to be like, okay, everybody gets to do the thing when they want to do it together, rather than the inverse of that, which is the really toxic, like, oh, I struggled, so you have to struggle too, right? That's not really it. It's just like, you want your parents to celebrate you as your own individual and not always as an extension of all the other individuals they're raising. I've seen TikToks where the birthday child gets to blow out their candles, and then their younger siblings and sometimes cousins get to also blow out the candles. You know what I don't see in those videos? The birthday kid smiling. They look so sad and depressed as they watch kid after kid to get to blow out the candles on their birthday kid. Kids need to learn it's not their day. They get their own day where they get to blow out their candles. They need to let others do the same. Exactly. It's not cute when a younger sibling gets the attention on an older sibling's birthday. It's taken away from the specialness of the day from the actual birthday person. They're there to celebrate that the child is still alive. Not that every child is still alive, okay? 3-year-old is no longer a baby. It's the perfect age to learn about taking turns, and the other kids get their own special days. It would turn into a bratty 6 or 7-year-old demanding things on their sibling or a friend's birthdays too. Oh, it would turn into, yeah, exactly. Like the kids that kick and scream, and the parents are like holding a plate out in front of their mouth, being like, no, you can't blow, and they're trying to blow out the candles, being like, ah, ah. Hate that. That was dark OT. Dark OT. What did I say? Your daughter's birthday isn't a teaching moment for your toddler, it's her moment. That's one thing. You're not being harsh, you're setting a boundary with the let the little one blow the candles too. Things seem harmless until it becomes a habit, and then teaching them everything's about that. You handled it correctly. Aww. NTA, I effing hate that. That's so dumb. I don't care about my birthday much, but I give it honor for my mom. My baby cousin once asked to blow out the candles, and he cried when I blew them out before everyone was done singing, so he wouldn't. They asked if I could light them again for him. I told them not even my siblings got to. Why should he? My siblings are spread out, older and younger. Since it was a big deal, I got a cupcake out and put a candle on it. There you go. Just to shut them up. The whole family of kids did it in order. When it was his turn, he didn't do it because it was no longer special since everyone did it. So no center of attention for him, and it made his parents more mad. See where this entitlement leads? Doesn't even make sense. Oh, absolutely. I remember this kind of thing growing up. Yeah. The only thing that bummed me out when I was younger, like, you know how some parents put together like dollar store bags of stuff? It's not even big. It's like little stuff. It's like a sucker, a sticker, and just like some stuff that you'd randomly grab off a dollar store shelf. Just like little toys and stuff. Maybe little toys is not the right way to put it. Little candy and like little baubles, like maybe a bouncy ball, like a rubber bouncy ball or something. Not big, but small stuff. And it'd be like party favors they give out to kids. I remember one year I was so sad because that ended up being a thing that was introduced to the party. It was like, oh, these little dollar store bags would be for all the kids that come to the party. I think sneakily my parents were trying to bribe more kids to come to the birthday party because I was the very weird kid that nobody wanted to hang out with. I think they're trying to help me on that. Anywho, this happened when I was really, really young. But one year, like, I don't remember if it was like the first time it happened, but it was the first time I mentally registered that the other kids are getting the goodie bags, and as much as I appreciated all the gifts that I was getting, because there were a couple, it wasn't like I was starved for gifts at that party or anything. I didn't get like a mountain of them or anything, but I remember I got like little toys and stuff. But I was a little bummed out that I also didn't get the candy that everybody else was getting and they were having fun with it. I didn't make a big deal about it, but I did mention it. I'm like, oh, is there one left? And they were like, oh no, we only got enough for the kid. And I was like, damn it. No, I didn't respond like that. I was just like, okay. And then the next year they did. They made sure that I also got a little party favor then. I was like, that's really cool. Like, that stood out to me. That stuck with me. But I didn't make a big deal and kick my feet and stomp when it was somebody else's birthday. You know why? Because I had shame. I had shame in my belly and in my heart. Oh my God. You know why? Because I was constantly not fitting in. So I was always looking for social cues from the people around me to make sure that I was always doing the right thing. If you make a faux pas and everyone looks at you with that look like you disappointed them and changed their perspective of you, and that never changes going forwards because you're always the weird kid from that point on. And then at some point you stop caring, and it's like, that's not healthy either. You still have to care, just don't care as much. I don't know. It took me a long time to strike that middle ground of caring, but not caring too much. Anywho, you know when you up and everybody thinks you're the weird kid? We're moving on. Clear! Clear in chat! NTA, clear! What? What? Okay, where'd the original post go? shoot, why can't I go back? Second update. Oh, there we go. Okay. Wait, first update? Original post. Okay, it has the original post in it, and then there's another post after. Here we go. You can never really shed the weird kid yoke. I mean, no, you can't. I mean, it follows you forever. Why do you think I'm doing YouTube? And I still get bullied about it. Oh my god. Even in that situation where there's a bunch of drama videos being talked about, and I just wanted to show support. That's all I did. I didn't bring anything new to the table. I was just like, okay, here. This is not for the drama. I just want to clear everything up for in case everybody's still watching my channel, okay? If you're watching my channel, you're wondering where I am, there's no like, it's not a big deal. It's whatever. Here's my thoughts, okay? I'm not bringing anything new to the table. Do you know how many people watched that and made content out of it and then bullied me because I was weird? Oh my god, fam. We're not in high school anymore. We're not in elementary school. Move on. Whatever. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, here we go. AITA for not letting my friends use my backyard for their wedding because they do not want me to bring a +1. Vote in chat now. Is this NTA or YTA? What's wrong with that video? Was a healthy response? Yeah, I could have said more. I could have done more. I was just like, nothing more needs to be said, but it also needs to be said by me. That's essentially what it was. That's all. And like, bygones be bygones. Everybody can go their own separate way now. I don't care. We're all moved on. Jesus.
I think I'm gonna color this next time I live stream because right now I'm very tired of sitting the way that I'm sitting. So goodbye.